So hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are absolutely fine and sound, and in this video we are going to cover basically the 5-day AI agent intensive course day 4 assignment. So before we start, make sure you have subscribed the channel and do hype the video, and then let's get started. So basically if you have query like where are day 1 and day 3 assignments, so here you can see here is the playlist. You can come over here and simply check it. Here I have shared all the courses from day 1 to day 3, and basically day 4 is also live. You can watch this video one by one, or just you can go with one shot also. Here you can just set it, and how to set up the API key. Many of you are having issues, you can watch this video. And for the top FAQs of the agent AI course, like who will be getting the swags, who will be getting the certifications, all has been covered. Make sure to watch it out. Now here basically you can see we have created a Hindi playlist for all the Hindi learners. So you have to come over here, and here all the solutions are here. You can watch the video and just complete in Hindi also. So now without any delay, let's come to our course book. So here we are in the day 4 agent quality, and here we have already completed the first module, which was to observe and help to debug our agents. In case we have any error during the logging period, it logs the error and helps us to fix it as soon as possible. Now here in the second module, basically we'll be evaluating our agents. So let's get started. So first thing, you have to open it in a new tab, and just you have to click on edit my copy. Now many of you are saying you are unable to just basically modify the file. Okay, so in that case, you have to come over here to your profile and go to the settings and just verify your phone number. And one more, many of you are getting internet denied issue, which I am covering. First of all, let's open it. So here, basically, if you are getting internet connection denied, in that case, you have to click on the settings, and here, by mistake, if the internet is turned off, click on turn on. Or do one thing, click on restart notebook. So by default, the session will be in stop state. Okay, like this, the session will be in stop state. So here, basically, first thing you have to do, you have to add on the API key. Click on add on, click on secrets, and here you can see API key is enabled. By default, sometimes this checkbox is not checked. In that case, you have to just select it. And if you want to enable the basically create the API key, it's very simple. I'll show you a quick demo upcoming part. So let's know about the agent evaluation. So basically in the part A of this basically day 4, we learned how to implement the observability in AI agents. Basically that approach was primarily reactive. Okay. And after an issue has surfaced, we provide the necessary data to debug it using the logs which is generated. Even in mobile phone devices, when you encounter such issues like software is having issue or your phone is just overheating, the company asks to generate the logs, and they just check it what went wrong over there. Now after that, there is a agent evaluation. Okay, so here we'll be working with the proactive approach, that is basically using the agent evaluation. Okay, so here we'll be continuously evaluating our agent's performance. Okay, so that the quality, sorry, we can just check the quality degradation as soon as possible and fix it so that our customers, basically if you are building a LLM for public, for example, like if you are facing issue of in ChatGPT model, or basically in, let's see, Gemini model, then you are reporting it to basically report an issue, and then they try to just check their logs what went wrong and fix it as soon as possible. So if you are building in industry level, so you should make sure your software or AI agent or whatever you are building is working without error or with minimum error and gets resolved easily, unlike the geo internet service which just interrupts anytime. So here we have to come to the agent evaluation. So here you can see, for example, you have built a home automation agent, right? So here it works perfectly in your test, but so you launch confidently. But what happens during these 3 weeks? First agent turn on fireplace, and when asked for lights, agent won't respond the commands in the guest room. So basically, here what happens, you have built a home automation agent. Like you must have seen home automation switches, like with mobile phone you turn on the lights, alarms, camera, etc. Like this we are building in this. Basically it's the example in day 4b query. So we are building a home automation system, and the agent, okay, we asked to turn on the basically light, and the agent is turning on the fan, or agent is not responding only, or it's just giving rude responses like when the device is unavailable, that turn on yourself. I will not turn it on. So this is a kind of rude response. Maybe no one will create a rude response if you are working as a basically public. So here the problem is that standard testing has not been done properly. So now here agents are totally different from softwares. They are non-deterministic. Okay, and they give unpredictable and ambiguous commands also. So deterministic. So if you want to understand why they are non-deterministic, basically as I said in the fan and light case, so basically they will not always produce the exact output or follow the exact same instruction. Like if you ask to turn on the light, it may turn on the lamp also, or maybe the fan also, or maybe the television also. So like this, it varies from outcome. Okay, and it's totally unpredictable and just creates ambiguous commands. So here, small prompt changes can also cause dramatic behavior. Basically, what we did, we turn on fan, turn on light. It's a very small command. We are not asking to bring large number of data set, filter the value, etc. We are just saying a simple thing, turn on the fan, it's turning on the light like this. So here what we have to do in the at the end of this notebook, we'll learn how to evaluate the agent, run evaluation, analyze results directly from the SADK web UI. So here instead of the basically we'll be working with the web UI, and we'll just detect the regression in agent's performance and then understand and create necessary evaluation files like test.json, evalset.json, and test config. So here before we start, you need to understand there is no submission required and you don't need to save the notebook also. It gets saved. You can see here a draft saved is showing over here. And if you're getting error like waiting for next notebook available, you need to wait for some more time and then only you'll get the notebook. So I think there is not now huge traffic now. Okay, so let's start. First thing we'll be setting up the API key. Okay, so just run over here. And as I said, if you are unable to see the API key, you have to click on add a secret. And here basically in the value field, sorry, label field, you have to enter it. And from here, okay, for here, go to the API Studio. And how to create the API key, I have already shared. You don't have to create. In case you have created in day one itself, you don't have to create the API key. You have to click on create API key, name the API key, and just create a project or just select a project. If you create a project, it will ask for project name and then you have to name the project. Okay. Or if you are selecting the project directly, it will come directly like this. Then in the next step, if you have even if you have created the project, then click on create key and the key will be generated. I'm not creating because I have already created multiple keys earlier, and due to which I may face the limit issue and that I don't want to do. So finally the setup is complete. Now we have to set up the proxy and tunneling, which will help to access the web ADK UI. Okay, web UI of the ADK. So here you can see the helper functions are defined. If you don't know about helper functions, you can always refer to the module 1. Now let's create the home automation agent. Okay, let me close it and make sure this checkbox is enabled before you start anything. Okay, so here we'll be covering all the things one by one. So it's taking a bit of time, do not worry at all. So finally here you can see the agent is created. Now the next step is that we have to just set the agent.py file. Basically, we are running and creating the home automation agent, which will just use a single set device status, and a device status can be only turned on or off. Okay, so okay, so here we are just testing it. First of all, we are creating it. Basically, we have written the agent.py. Now we have to launch the ADK tool. Okay, that is basically the web UI. For that, you can see this. Now, if you directly open over here, you'll get the Jupyter error. So for that, we need to start the server, which we have to run over here. To start the server, you have to run it, and here it will just generate the URL and activate our server. You have to come over here and reload once the server is started. It may take some time. Meanwhile, in case you haven't subscribed the channel yet, do subscribe it and do hype the video too. So let's move to the next step. So here the web UI URL is being fetched and created. So finally here you can see the server has been started. If you reload over here, you can see the server is clearly running. So here this is our agent. Okay, web UI agent. You can see the home automation system. Now here you can clearly see it's live. Now here you can see we have done these things. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to click on the public URL we have done, and now we have to just use this prompt over there. So just copy the prompt and just paste over here. Make sure the home automation is selected. Now just run it over here and just hit enter. Now let's see what output is generated. I have turned on the desk lamp in the office. So basically it has just turned on the lamp. Basically we have not connected any device, so we cannot see whether the lamp is run. But if the device is connected and working with the agent, you must have used Alexa to turn on the lights, turn on off the lights, or basically that one also, what we call it, Google Home or Google Nest you must have used. So here we have turned on the lamp. You can see the agent response correctly. Now here we have to just navigate to the evaluation page and create a evaluation set. So here you can see we have to just click on create evaluation set. For the name, I think we have to just copy the name from here and just click on this and just click on create. So once it is created, you can see here add current session we have added. Okay, you have to just add current session, and then we have to name it basic device control. Okay, right. We are just naming it. So carefully name it. What we did, first we created the evaluation, you can see here. Then we created the basically what we call, you can see it, what we have created. Okay, current session, and we named it the case number, that is basic control system. Okay, now here we have to just save it. Okay, it's saved already. Now what we need to do, we have to run our evaluation. So here you can see a button is there, run evaluation. You have to just select it first of all and then run it. Now here it's asking for the tool metric. We'll see here a perfect score of 1 and tool usage 0. So here we have to just, okay, we don't have to change anything, just click on start. Now here it's just running the evaluation test. So here you can see the result is showing fail. Here it's showing fail. Then what we need to do, we need to analyze the failure. How to analyze the failure? We have to just check the test cases. Okay, so here we have to just wait a second. We have to just click on it. So here basically I think here, yes, here is the pencil icon. Let's select first of all, and then only the builder was not built by a builder. So let me come over here and just first of all we'll set. So if I come over here, okay, if I come over here and just come to the chat section, I have to just paste it and let's see what happens. And then after that we'll run the evaluation. So if I run the evaluation over here, let's see and just start. So here you can see the test has been passed. If you're unable to open it, you can just come over here and reload the browser. So here basically we have changed the desk test to pass over here. Okay. So here you can see the lamp is on and evaluation is also done. Now if we prompt that the basically the lamp is off. So let's see whether the test passes or not. So it's asking for ID. Okay, it's asking for ID. So we'll just come over here and just, so if you are unable to open this chat, you have to click on the trace option. So here it's asking for ID. So if we cover the case ID, let me show over here. Okay, come to the trace. and we run the lamp is off. So let me run the this one. So whether it works, I can help with that. The device ID is this. So here we are getting this thing over here. And if you check the basically the health check, so let's run it and see. Sorry, evaluation check. So here it's again passing, but here we have to just, you can see that the Dex is already on. So now here we are starting a new session, and then here we will change it to the basically the lamp is off. Okay, so let's come over here and let's see how we can just do it. So just run it. The desk lamp is off, and okay, so in first, so here it's asking for device status. You can see the home automatic agent is just failing. It's not giving the proper output over here. And if we run the evaluation test again, let's see whether it works or not. So here it's passing, but earlier what used there. So here when we tested it, it failed once. So basically, how to fix. So basically why the error happened, if you see over here, the first error we got is failed. So here I have turned on the desk lamp on the office. Okay, I have turned off the office lamp. So if I run this, let's see what happens. So you can see now if we run the evaluation test, let's see again what happens. So here, let's run it. So it's again passing. So basically what is that? If you have run this thing, they have mentioned. So if we run this prompt, you can see that I can help with it, which room it is. So it just giving random response over here. It's not working. So here you can see we have analyzed the failure and we have fixed it. So here you can see that the final response says that the desk ramp is off. Okay. So here let's see. So basically come over here and just run it like this. And here you'll get the same output. So here we have to modify the thing. So we have turned off the agent. You can clearly see it showing the lamp is off. So here if we are adding the lamp is off, let me see what happens next. So if we update it and basically what is not doing, okay, why it's not changing, let me just see over here. So let me see once again. So like here, if you are running the same thing, like the desk lamp is off. So you can see the lamp is off, and if we come over here and let's see whether it works again or not. So we have to run evaluation test again and again like this. Okay, so this is the way again the lamp is off. So it's just working now. Earlier it was not working, now it's working, you can clearly see. So basically optional creator challenges, it's now here. Now we have to just stop the ADK web UI over here. Okay, so we have to just stop the web UI. How to stop? You have to come over here and simply click on this to stop it. So finally the ADK web UI stopped. Now we have to work with the basically semantic systematic system. Okay, what are here, you can see here we can create it also for practice you can do, but these are not required as a part of this assignment. So here you can see we are in the section 4, which is systematic evaluation. So now we are creating a evaluation configuration and test cases, and after that we'll run the agent with the text query and completely compare the results. Okay, so now here we are just, what we are inputting is agent definition, test files, and then we'll run the agent and then actual result will be generated. And then we'll be doing the comparison with the results to get the evaluation report. So first of all, we are just setting the evaluation configuration. So here you can see it is configured. Now we have to create test cases. Okay, test creations we are creating, and here you can see if it is feasible. Yes, if you are seeing the number on the left, that means the test case is created. Now we are creating the integration test.json file, and now we'll be running the CLI evaluation. So here it's working. Wait for it to get completed, and after that we'll analyze the sample evaluation. So let's come to the previous thing. So here the agent, you can see if it is not working, we have already processed the first step, basically the failed one. The first is failed. That's why we are getting passed every time. Okay, so no need to worry about it. It's clearly done over there. Now here you can see it's still running, and finally here the data has been loaded over here. Now we'll be analyzing all the things over here. So let's analyze. So you can see here test case is living room light is on. Okay, so here the match score is 0.45 of 0.80. Basically it's lesser, and here tool trajectory average course is 1 by 1. Okay, now here the tool's usage is perfect and we can be used to get the correct data. Basically, it takes response match score, tells us the accuracy and correctness of the basically prompt report. Now here you can see the section 5 is user simulation, and here we have completed the day 4 module. If you want to watch the day 4a, you can check the description box of this video. This was the quick thing I wanted to share. Do like the video and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you have any query, you can let me in the comment section. And here basically we learned how to create test cases and tools and trajectory and response metrics and analyze the evaluation result and fixed agents based on it. Okay, so we have learned how to fix the agents also and completed the task. So do like the video and subscribe the channel, guys. Have a great day ahead.